Here's the truth. Some women still won't chase you, even after you've ignored them. You might think you've played the game right, held back your attention, or showed her that you're not desperate. But if she's not chasing you, there's something you're missing. Men tend to make the mistake of assuming that if they pull away, the woman will automatically start running after them. That's not always the case. The truth is, there's more to why a woman stays distant. Even after you've given her space. Women aren't just attracted to men who play hard to get. They're attracted to men who have value. Men who know their worth, stand firm in their boundaries, and don't bend for anyone. If she's not chasing you after you've ignored her, it might be because you're not triggering the right emotions. You could be too predictable, too available, or too eager for validation. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that ignoring a woman will make her want you more. But that tactic can backfire if you don't have the right foundation in place. It's not about games, it's about power dynamics, emotional attraction, and the way you carry yourself. In the modern dating world, women are looking for men who stand out, men who are emotionally solid, independent, and comfortable in their own skin. If you're looking for her to chase you, you've got to understand the deeper reasons why some women won't do it. It's time to stop guessing and start taking control of the situation. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what you need to change in your approach, and how to make a woman not just chase you, but also want you more than ever. Before we start the video, I want to remind you that my exclusive online course on mastering the dating game is available now. If you've been learning from my YouTube videos, you're only scratching the surface. This course goes deeper, teaching you everything you need to know about the dating game, from approaching a woman to building real attraction. We just completed Section 4 in the course, and these insights aren't shared anywhere else. It's easy to access with multiple secure payment options. There are only 5 discounted slots remaining using the promo code. Visit stoicapproachtolife.podia.com or check the link in the description to enroll now, before the offer is gone. 1. You don't have enough value to trigger her interest. A woman won't chase a man unless he offers her something that makes her feel the urge to pursue him. When you ignore her, she might take it as a signal that you're playing a game, but if she doesn't feel any real value from you emotionally, mentally or otherwise, she won't bother chasing you. This is where many men go wrong. They focus on being elusive and hard to get, but they neglect to actually offer something worth chasing. You see, women are not just looking for a man who ignores them. They're looking for someone who stands out in ways that draw them in. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but you must have something that makes you different from the countless other men she comes into contact with. Think about it. Why would she chase you if she's already getting the same level of attention and emotional connection from someone else? Maybe you're a good guy, but good guys are a dime a dozen. To truly stand out, you need to show her why you're worth her time and effort. The key here is showing her something beyond the surface. It's about having a deeper connection, being able to make her feel something real. Emotional value is the most powerful form of attraction. If you don't offer that, then it doesn't matter how much you ignore her. She'll just move on and forget about you. Women are drawn to men who challenge them in a healthy way, who provide more than just the basics. Whether that's through humor, intelligence, ambition, or an emotional depth that they can't easily find elsewhere. When you don't have enough value or substance behind your actions, ignoring her becomes just another game. And women can sense when it's just a game. They want something that feels real, not like a tactic. If you don't spark that emotional connection, no amount of ignoring her will get her to chase you. She'll just see it for what it is, another guy playing games. Now, when you offer that value, when you stand out in ways that truly matter, then she'll want to chase you. Women are drawn to men who know their worth. And the more she feels like you're something she can't just easily find anywhere, the more likely she is to start chasing you. But you've got to make her feel that emotional connection. Not just hope that the silence will make her come after you. In the end, ignoring her is only part of the equation. If there's nothing of real substance behind that silence, she won't bother chasing. It's about creating an emotional pull that makes her want to be a part of your world, not just play a role in yours. The chase won't happen until you show her what you bring to the table. What makes you the one worth chasing? 2, you're too predictable. One of the biggest mistakes men make when trying to get a woman to chase them is being too predictable. Women, like men, crave excitement and unpredictability. If your actions are too easy to read and follow, she won't feel challenged or intrigued. When you act in the same way all the time, she can anticipate your next move. And that simply isn't attractive. Think about it. How many times have you been drawn to something that was easy to figure out? The answer is probably never. It's the mystery, the unknown, and the thrill of unpredictability that keeps us engaged. When you become too predictable, you create an emotional dead zone. If she can guess what you're doing before you even do it, what's left to chase? She needs to feel something that makes her question her next move. If you're always available, always responsive, or always playing by the same script, there's no room for her to wonder, what's he going to do next? Without that element of mystery, you'll quickly fade from her radar. A lot of men make the mistake of thinking that consistency and reliability are the keys to getting a woman's attention. While reliability is important, there's a fine line between being dependable and being boring. You need to break away from the mold once in a while. Take control of your life and create moments that make her feel like she's just a little bit unsure of what comes next. When she's uncertain about how you'll react or what you'll do, that's when you'll truly capture her interest. Women are attracted to men who keep them on their toes. If your every move is something she can predict, you'll never spark the curiosity or attraction that makes her chase you. This doesn't mean you have to constantly be elusive or act like someone you're not. It's about creating space for her to wonder what you're thinking, where you're going, or how you'll respond to a situation. It's about mixing things up, stepping outside of your comfort zone and showing her that there's always more to discover with you. For example, maybe you're always the one initiating contact. Try reversing the dynamic and wait for her to reach out first. Or instead of doing the same old dinner and movie date, surprise her with something totally unexpected. An impromptu adventure, or a new activity that neither of you have done before. When you create experiences that are unpredictable, you instantly become more intriguing to her. You make her feel something that she didn't feel before. Excitement, uncertainty, and the desire to know more. That's how you trigger her chase instinct. The key here is not to overdo it. You don't need to turn into a completely different person overnight. But you do need to stop being so predictable. Change the rhythm. Throw in some surprises and let her feel the spark of curiosity. When she can't easily predict what you'll do next, she'll start to chase you. The thrill of uncertainty is often what makes the chase so exciting. And that's exactly what you need to trigger in her mind. 3. She doesn't feel emotionally invested yet. One of the biggest reasons a woman won't chase you after you've ignored her is because she simply isn't emotionally invested enough. Emotional investment is what fuels the chase. Women, like men, are drawn to individuals they feel an emotional connection with. If there's no emotional attachment, or if she hasn't connected with you on a deeper level, ignoring her won't do much to make her chase you. In the early stages of dating, a woman may be attracted to you, but that doesn't mean she's emotionally attached. You could be giving her attention one moment, and then pulling it back the next. But if there hasn't been any meaningful, emotional exchange between the two of you, she won't feel the need to pursue you. The foundation of attraction goes beyond looks, beyond the initial spark. It's about forming a bond that makes her feel like you're someone worth fighting for. If she doesn't see that she won't feel compelled to chase you, you've probably seen it. The woman who seems interested, but when you start to back off, she doesn't seem to care much. That's because she hasn't invested emotionally. She's still testing the waters, still figuring out whether you're someone who's worth putting time and energy into. Emotional investment doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen just because you decide to pull back. It happens when you show her that you're more than just a distraction or a casual fling. You have to demonstrate value through your actions and your behavior. For example, take the time to listen to her, understand her perspective, and offer something of real substance in your interactions. If you're constantly showing up and giving her something real, whether that's a sense of security, fun, or meaningful conversation, she'll start to invest her emotions into you. However, if your relationship with her feels shallow, if it's based mostly on surface-level interactions or physical attraction, then there's no real reason for her to start chasing you. Emotional investment takes time, and without it, she won't be motivated to pursue you. It's important to remember that Emotional attachment is about more than just saying the right things. It's about showing up consistently, making her feel valued, and providing a sense of connection that goes beyond the basic. Women often aren't ready to chase someone they don't feel any emotional attachment to. And without that emotional bond, even ignoring her won't provoke the chase. If you want her to start pursuing you, you have to give her the emotional experience that makes her feel deeply connected to you. Make her feel like she's not just another person in your life, but someone special. This doesn't mean you need to be overly emotional or express your feelings constantly. But rather, it's about creating moments where she feels seen, heard, and emotionally fulfilled. That's the key to getting her to chase you. Not just ignoring her, but creating a deeper emotional connection. Once that emotional bond is there, the dynamic changes. She'll start feeling invested in you and your relationship. And that's when the chase begins. But you have to build that emotional connection first. Without it, she won't have the emotional drive to chase you, no matter how much you pull away. 4, she has other options. In today's dating world, a woman won't chase you if she feels like she has plenty of other options. Let's be real. There are so many men out there trying to get her attention. Social media, dating apps, and everyday life give women access to a constant flow of potential suitors. If you've been ignoring her, and she knows she can find someone else who will give her the attention and validation she seeks, she won't feel the need to chase you. It's a simple matter of supply and demand. Think about it. In a world where women are approached regularly, they can afford to be picky. If you're not standing out from the crowd or making her feel that you're someone worth chasing, she'll just turn to the next guy who is. This doesn't mean she isn't interested, but she's not desperate either. She knows that if one man doesn't fulfill her needs, there's always another who might. So if you're hoping that ignoring her will make her chase you, you're overlooking a key reality of modern dating. It's essential to understand that in today's world, women are less reliant on any single person for their emotional or social fulfillment. Women have more freedom and independence than ever before, and they won't waste their time chasing a man who doesn't spark enough interest. If you're just one option among many, you need to figure out how to stand out and be the one who's irreplaceable. This doesn't mean you need to compete with every other guy. It means that you need to show her you're the type of man she can't easily find elsewhere. That requires more than just ignoring her. To get attention, you need to cultivate qualities that set you apart from the others. Whether it's your ability to challenge her intellectually, your ambition, your sense of humor, or the way you make her feel emotionally connected, you have to show her that you're someone worth investing in. If she has multiple options, and none of them make her feel like she's missing out, she won't chase you. You might be one of many choices on her radar, and she might not feel like losing you would be a big deal. So to get her to chase you, you need to raise your value in her eyes. You need to make her see that you're not just one of the many guys for her attention, but that you're the one who offers something no one else can. Whether it's the way you carry yourself, the way you lead your life, or how you make her feel when she's with you, you need to show her that walking away from you means walking away from something exceptional. The reality is, when women have options, they can afford to be selective. Only chase the men who make them feel special, unique and emotionally connected in a way that no other man does. So if you're being ignored, despite your attempts to pull away it might be because you haven't demonstrated enough value or uniqueness to make her feel like she can't find that elsewhere. To make her chase you, you need to show her why you're the one she can't afford to lose. 5, she's just not that interested. Let's face it, sometimes the simplest answer is the most painful one. She's just not that into you. This may sound harsh, but it's a reality that many men have to come to terms with. If you've been ignoring her and she's not chasing you, it could be because she simply doesn't feel the level of attraction or interest required to pursue you. Women won't chase a man unless they have a genuine desire to be with him. And if she's not interested, ignoring her won't magically change her feelings. You might be hoping that the distance will make her realize what she's missing. But that's not always the case. Sometimes, despite all the games, the tricks and the attempts to be distant, she's just not feeling the connection that would make her want to chase you. This doesn't mean you're a bad guy or that you've done anything wrong. It's simply a matter of attraction, which is often beyond your control. Attraction is complex, and it's not something that can be manufactured or forced. If she's not feeling it, no amount of ignoring or playing hard to get will change her feelings. If she's not chasing you after you've ignored her, it's likely because she doesn't see you as someone she wants to invest more time or energy into. Women are very selective when it comes to whom they pursue. They need to feel something beyond a simple attraction. They need to feel excited, intrigued, and connected on a deeper level. If she doesn't feel that connection with you, she's not going to chase you. It's that simple. So where does this leave you? First of all, it's important to remember that you can force attraction. You can't change how someone feels about you by playing games or withdrawing attention if she's not interested. It's time to take a step back and reassess the situation. Instead of waiting for her to chase you, take a good look at your interactions with her. Have you been emotionally unavailable? Have you been unclear about your intentions? Have you failed to create enough emotional or physical attraction to make her want more? Sometimes the best thing you can do when a woman isn't interested is to let her go. Recognize that there are plenty of other women out there who will be more aligned with your values and interests. The truth is, the right woman for you won't need to be convinced to chase you. She'll naturally be drawn to you because of who you are, how you make her feel, and the connection you share. Trying to force someone to chase you when they're not interested is a waste of time and energy. In the end, the key is to recognize when a woman isn't feeling it. If she's not pursuing you after you've ignored her, it could be because there's simply no strong connection there. And that's okay. It's better to invest your time and energy into someone who genuinely wants to chase you, rather than continuing to chase after someone who doesn't. 6. She's testing your commitment. Sometimes women don't chase because they're testing your commitment or dedication. When you ignore her, she might see it as a test, to see how much effort you're willing to put in. Women want to know that the man they're investing time and energy in is serious about them. So when you pull away or become distant, it may spark a reaction where she holds back to see if you'll make the effort to win her back. It's her way of evaluating whether you're truly interested, or if you're just playing games. Women are naturally protective of their hearts. They won't invest emotionally in a man who's not showing signs of commitment, even if they're attracted to him. A woman's emotional investment takes time, and she wants to feel secure in the fact that you'll be there when she needs you, especially after a period of distancing. If you ignore her, she might want to see if you'll step up and show that you're the kind of man who will be emotionally available when she needs you, not just when it's convenient. It's important to understand that women aren't always playing games. When they hold back, this is an emotional process that requires a man to show his value and his sincerity. She's not chasing you because she's waiting for you to prove that you're the one who deserves her attention. The more you chase her without providing emotional security, the less likely she is to be invested in you. This testing phase can be frustrating, especially if you feel like you're doing everything right. But it's important to keep your cool and not give in to the urge to chase her. In return, if you start chasing her after she's distanced herself, you risk signaling to her that you're not strong enough to handle her challenges, or that you're too needy. Women value strength and confidence, and constantly chasing after her without her making any effort will send the wrong message. Instead, you need to focus on showing your own value and being emotionally grounded. The key to winning her over in these situations is balance. Don't play into her test by responding too eagerly to her absence. But also don't completely ignore her for too long. Let her see that you're not only willing to invest, but also that you are not going to be deterred by minor tests. If she sees you pulling back just enough to allow her to come to you, while still showing commitment when it matters, she'll start to feel more comfortable in pursuing you. In fact, your ability to remain emotionally grounded while showing that you're a man who can handle her emotional tests will make you seem even more desirable. Remember that a woman's emotions are complex, and often she won't just jump in and start chasing you simply because you've ignored her for a while. She's evaluating your emotional maturity, your ability to stay grounded, and whether you'll be there when she needs you. Don't let frustration guide your actions. Instead, demonstrate patience, emotional resilience, and commitment. When she sees that you're serious and secure, she'll be more inclined to chase you. 7. She wants to see if you can handle the chase. Some women won't chase you after you've ignored them because deep down, they want to see if you can handle the chase. This isn't about games or manipulation. It's about testing your strength, your ability to maintain control of the situation, and your ability to deal with the complexities of attraction. The dynamic between men and women can be an intricate dance. And a woman who's genuinely interested in you wants to see if you're strong enough to keep up. Think about it. In today's world, women have seen and experienced it all. They've been approached by men who instantly give them attention, compliment them, and show interest without any real substance. But what separates the men who get chased from those who don't is the ability to withstand the emotional push and pull. The cat and mouse game that naturally occurs in relationships. When you pull back and ignore her, you might be unwittingly giving her the opportunity to test whether you have the emotional stamina to handle her unpredictability and her needs. For a woman to chase you, she needs to believe that you're not just another guy who's going to fall apart if she doesn't show immediate interest. She wants to see that you're in control, that you have a life of your own, and that you won't crumble under the pressure of her indifference. A man who can handle the chase isn't someone who's desperate for her attention, but is steady, self-sufficient, and emotionally secure. The minute you start chasing after her when she's pulling back, you risk showing her that you're emotionally volatile, which will turn her off. This is a delicate balancing act. If you ignore her for too long without showing any interest, or without creating an emotional connection, she might start losing interest herself. But if you ignore her just enough, and show that you have the strength and maturity to be indifferent, when necessary, you'll spark her curiosity. She'll start wondering if you're truly invested in her, and the lack of immediate validation can lead her to take action. Moreover, when a woman senses that you're capable of withstanding the chase without needing her approval or attention, she may begin to feel more inclined to pursue you herself. This dynamic is something that keeps the attraction alive. Women are drawn to men who don't fold under pressure and who can confidently stay true to themselves. If you can handle the chase, remain emotionally available when needed, but still keep your independence and strength intact, she'll recognize that and start chasing you. This is why ignoring her can sometimes have the opposite effect. Instead of showing weakness, you should demonstrate that you are not just interested in her validation, but rather that you value her as someone who can enhance your life. Not as someone you depend on for validation or approval. The key takeaway here is that women want men who are strong enough to handle the chase. They need to know that if they pull away, you won't fall apart or chase them down like every other guy. If you can resist the urge to over-pursue, stay grounded in your own purpose, and show her that you have your own life to live, you'll spark her desire to pursue to you when she sees that you can handle her unpredictability, and that you're a man who doesn't need her to feel validated. The chase will naturally begin from herself, White.